Grand Rising. Come on in. It's early. Listen to my family.
Cut to the chase on my way. Where you at? Switching lanes, stay flat. I'ma give you all I got, yeah. No time to decide, no telling me where to start. No limit, I'm busting my luck. You see me, no regard, yeah. FYI, I'm fucking you in the dark. When wet, I see a spark. You glittering like my watch, yeah. Firefly, I eat it, no baby shark. I heat it up like a knock. I beat it and beat the charge. Tonight, take a breath, get a week in the leg. Grab a hand, she mad, she right, nothing less, yeah. Look into her eye, keep making that pussy wet. We ain't going outside, that quarantine in effect. For she's a lot like that missile and fired like a jet. She tested for the set, she blow it, no clarinet. Lingerie on thorn song. Bet 24 on the chest, taking balls to the net, yeah. Bet I'm on my way back and see you in days, yeah. I'm on my way with your legs. No time for no sex. My standards are way less. Bet I'm on my way back. Say I'm on my way back and see you in days, yeah. I'm on my way with your legs. No time for no sex. My standards are way less. Bet I'm on my way back. I said I never fall in love, but here I am falling again.
Grand Rising, everyone. I know it's early on this Saturday, but I had some things on my mind that I wanted to share, and there's no better time than the present. So come on in. If you like that song, that is my homeboy J.O. Keys. It's called Bet. He is from, let me get it right, St. Lucia. He is from St. Lucia. He is a dope artist, so check him out, J.O. Keys. Well, I believe this is my first time addressing you all in 2021. So, hey, glad y'all all made it. And I just felt like I've been doing a lot of growing and a lot of changing, and I would like to share some of that because hopefully maybe what I have to say can help some other folks do the same. Because we are all living in the same time. The same, things that are going on can affect everyone, no matter what you believe in, who you pray to, how you live your life, and things of that nature. But those things kind of differ on how your experience goes. I'll say that. So today's topic is trust and adaptation. Okay, both of these things, both of these two concepts have actually helped me get through life, especially after losing my arm. After losing my arm, being adaptive was the major key in my successful recovery. And it is also, the catalyst to this platform and, everything that I have going on. We are so, as human beings, we are stuck on routine. We've been taught that we're supposed to have a routine life, work a 9 to 5, wake up, go to work, come home, school for your child, wake up, go to school. We have this mundane routine thing, and if our routine is broken, we seem like, life gets into chaos, and we really don't know what to do, with ourselves when our routines is broken. It almost makes us angry. And this is futile because change is the only constant in this world. Again, I don't care who you pray to. I don't care what walk of life. Change is the only constant. You are born a child, you're born a baby, you grow up, to be an adult. The seasons, they change. It might be 4 of them, and it may be the same 4 changes, but it still changes. Okay? Your mind is supposed to change. Your perspective is supposed to change, and it's honestly supposed to adapt to what's going on. This is one of the reasons why I personally don't deal with religion, because religion makes you feel like you're supposed to follow laws that were thousands of years ago and have nothing to do with what got going on today. Now, I understand there are a lot of predictions and, and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, how they were living back then is not how we live now. So there's some tweaking that needs to be done because it's a different day and age. I'm sure parents, you know what I'm saying, can understand this. The way we grew up is not the way these children, you know what I'm saying, are. So the same way your parents did you is not the same way you should handle your children, because they're different. So we have to adapt. If you want to take it with my accident, living with one arm, I had to adapt to everything. And I couldn't let that frustrate me. I could not let that be a problem. I had to just adapt with it. I just had to realize and have it in my mind that, listen, all right, I can do everything that everyone else can do. I just have to figure out an easier way to do it. That was my mindset from the get-go. So no matter what it was, whether it be washing myself, putting on a bra, doing my hair, you know what I'm saying, fixing things around my house, you know what I mean, I had no choice but to figure that out. And however long that took is however long that took. I wasn't giving myself a time frame on how long it's supposed to take me to be just like everybody else with two arms. I didn't put that type of pressure on myself. I just honestly let what flows, and what's crash. It's so funny. That's one of my mantras now, but I wasn't really thinking on that level back then. I just knew that I've done a lot of the things, I've done these before. I just now have to figure out a way to compensate for the other hand. That was my mindset. And because of that, I was able to recover in a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to do things on my own, honestly, from the rip. Like, I live alone. And according to the government, I'm not handicapped enough to have a home attendant. Home attendants, you know, clean, grocery shop, you know, do little things. My aunts and my mom have them because, you know, they have health issues. You know what I'm saying? And I thought for sure when I lost my arm that I would be able to get one. But no, because I can do so much for myself, they don't think that you know what I'm saying, that I'm qualified to have someone help me. That's what the government thinks. So at first, of course, that bothered me. But now I realize that all of that was a part of the plan of that, you know, pretty much not perceiving, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost grooming me, you know what I'm saying, to be adaptive. Because now I can clean my own house. I don't need a home attendant. Keep my own house clean. As a matter of fact, I keep my house cleaner than some people with two arms. Now, I'm not going to say that I can't use help with grocery shopping, because it would be nice to just go grocery shopping on one time instead of having to make multiple trips. But nonetheless, I still go grocery shopping. I'm not about to sit around and wait for nobody to do nothing for me. I know a lot of people who do that. Not only does that make them lazy, it physically, you know what I'm saying, deteriorates their body. Because you're no longer in movement. That was something that I must have. I must have movement. And my life has put me in a position to force me to make sure that I do that. And I'm grateful. Now that's just on a physical sense. Now you want to talk about emotions and things of that nature, that as well. I'll be honest with y'all, I'm in an 11-year relationship. Tell y'all about my king, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while. Love him to life. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the only man that I have come across, you know, who's ever exuded, you know, love, support specifically for me without me having to give it to him first. Every other male that I have been with romantically or in an intimate capacity, you know what I'm saying, it all started off with me giving them something. They either saw what I was doing for the last man I was with, or they watched, you know, what I was doing. You know, well, my first boyfriend was close to the family, knows my mom, and knows how my mother moves. So my first boyfriend assumed, and he was right, that I was going to follow in my mother's footsteps. And at that point in time, I did. So my first two relationships were based on what I can do for them. My king now, complete opposite. So I've clung on to that hard. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I was not that girl. You know what I'm saying? I was very insecure, and I was able to hide it well. I wasn't, you know, just overly, you know, toxic about it. But I've always been insecure, and, you know what I'm saying, in my looks, because not to say that I didn't think I looked good. I just didn't think men thought I looked good. Because I've been told I was beautiful my whole life. I've never had any of my family members or anybody around me to tell me that I wasn't cute or, I wasn't attractive. But I wasn't getting that type of attention from men. So yeah, my mama says I'm cute, my aunties and my grandma, my grandpa. So as you get older, you start to feel, well, that's what they're supposed to say. They're your family, so they're supposed, to say that. But when a man does it, it always deems that it has to be true because they don't have to say that to you. That's something that they want to say. So like anyone else, I wrote off that. So after 11 years, I'm in a transitional space where I have to let go of some things so I can grow, so I can move to my next step. And this doesn't mean that we breaking up or nothing like that, but I have to change the way, that I kind of deal with him. And not even just deal with him, how I handle things. Because I wasn't that girl, because I didn't have relationships when I was younger, I kind of was stuck in that mode. When I first got with my king, I wanted to do all the things that I didn't get to do when I was in high school. The hearts and likies and, writing y'all names in the tree and sending love letters and saving everything, that each other gives you and, all that mushy gushy immature stuff. Well, I've been still doing that after 11 years because I've been still stuck, in that energy of no one else is going to love me like he is because he's the only person who has done it. So I have to do everything and just really almost dedicate my energy to him and that. And that's not healthy. Again, I'm not in a toxic relationship, but we have developed a mild addictive attachment to each other. And that has to be fixed. That is one of the things that is stagnating my growth. Because everything that I'm planning, everything that I want to do, I want to include him. But at the end of the day, we are two individuals and we both have two different journeys. So I can't focus and be upset or get into a negative or low vibe because he may not be moving in the same direction as me. And this is why I feel the way I feel about marriage and relationships as a whole. Because everybody comes in this earth on their own to do what they're supposed to do. Marriage and kids and all that stuff is second. You didn't come here for your wife and kids or your husband and your children. You came here for a purpose and to fulfill that purpose. That is the reason why you were born. And that is what you're supposed to seek. You can't honestly be what you're supposed to be for them if you're not what you're supposed to be for you. And this is not what we're taught. We're taught once you get married or once you get into these relationships, it's all about that. And you have a whole bunch of individuals who don't have their selves together, and you're putting that together, and it's just making more chaos. And as adults, you have to understand, you don't teach your children anything. You don't care what you tell them, they watch y'all. So you can tell your kids all day that you're happy and you're doing this and that, but they can feel your energy. They can read your energy. So we got to do things a little differently. This is why I feel the way I feel about stuff and I handle things the way that I do. Again, I've been in an 11-year relationship. 11 years is a long time to be with somebody, to be sharing the same energy, sharing DNA. Long time. But at the end of the day, we are not each other's possessions. He does not belong to me. I do not belong to him. I don't care if we were legally married. This country we're not property. They may think that we're property. That's how they see us. And that's how they honestly have us in this country. But that shit's not true. We are not possessions. You don't own me. I don't own you. That's not how that works. I don't care how long you're with a person. I don't care how that works. You don't own individuals. And it was always my fear that he was going to leave. That was my fear, that I wasn't good enough and that he was going to find somebody else in a better financial situation, someone prettier, someone that got more going on for them, someone that at least can drive, who at least got two on. I used to think about all that crazy stuff. Now that I'm here, it's me that has to make some changes. Because I have a calling to my life. I know what that is. And I can't allow anything or anyone to stop me from doing that. So, adapting. This is very hard. I'm a very emotional person, and I am attached to the people that I care about. I don't care if you're just a friend. I had a homeboy that said something on social media a week or so ago, and I perceived it, as there was something going on in his life, and I had in all good intentions, I was trying to give him, I guess you could say some tough love. He didn't receive that well, and it bothered me. Now, I'm the type of person, I rub people the wrong way all the time, and normally it doesn't bother me. If you avoiding the truth, that's on you. I know a lot of people who are like that, so that doesn't move me. But this particular individual, we're cool. We ain't never had an issue. We don't know each other that well, but we've always had a good rapport. So I wasn't expecting, and he also knows how I am. So I wasn't expecting him to react to me that way. So I felt some type of way, and I needed to get some clarity on that. So I consulted my tribe, and they let me know, that I definitely handled that the wrong way. And as they were telling me this, I was getting emotional. I was about to cry while they were talking to me because I did not want to offend this individual. That was not my intentions at all. And it hurt my feelings that that's how that went. I've met this individual once, but it doesn't matter to me. When I call you my family, when I say that you're my child, when I say that you're my friend, I mean that. See what I'm saying? So that's how I, react to things of that nature. So I have to adapt. I have to figure things out. This is why I consult people. So I'm no longer going to do that. This is one of my lessons that I have to learn. Because when I give information, I always tell y'all, I want the information to be effective. I'm not just on here talking to y'all just to run my mouth. I'm here to be effective. What I say, I want to help in a positive light. So if I'm not saying the right thing, I need to be mindful of that. Grand Rising, sometimes it is good to be selfish for self. Yes, it is. I saw you type that earlier, what I was saying, but that is very true. Got to do for yourself and think that, which actually goes back to what I was just saying about self. I always check myself. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I do. I do all the time. Because again, I see just how precarious it is. All you got to do is say one thing to a person and it'll completely turn them off. I was having a conversation with somebody I love a couple of years ago. And I really thought that I was, getting to him. I really thought I was, on my way, to getting him to heal. Then things happen in life. This individual went away for a while. Now that they're back, they're completely on a negative vibe. Everything that we talked about, or I was even, touching the surface, has now been covered again. So that individual right now is just in a whole negative vibe, and there's nothing that I can say, to this person to make them, feel differently. You know what I'm saying? And I just have to learn to put out this information and allow people to live the way they're supposed to, or how they choose, I should say. I can't save everybody. As a matter of fact, I can't save nobody. All I can do is assist you in saving yourself. I can only give you, my blueprint on what I've been doing and that's been working for me. That's what these lives and this platform is really all about. This is working for me. Maybe you should try it. It might work for you. It's not about, you know what I mean, me telling you what to do or trying to run your life or thinking that I'm better or any of those things. It's just without all the material things that other people have, I have happiness. And this is what everybody is pursuing. Everyone is pursuing happiness. That's what everybody wants, to be happy. And we think, and a lot of us think, that it comes with material things. If I have this house, if I live in this neighborhood, if I drive this kind of car, if I wear these kind of clothes, if I wear my hair this certain way, if I have, access to these certain celebrities or this type of lifestyle, that's going to make me happy. And life has proven that that ain't true. How many rich, successful, people have off themselves. Everything that you're striving to get to, they have in abundance, and then they off themselves. So that in itself should let you know that having a house, car, and all those things is not going to bring you happiness. Another individual, I promise you, cannot bring you happiness. They can make you, feel, good for a while. But happiness, that's supposed to be a continuous feeling. That's a state of being. Happiness is a state of being. That's not something that you're in and out of. So if you're only happy while you're having sex, if you're only happy when he or she is giving you something, and all the rest of the time you're unhappy or it's not good, you're not happy. That's not happiness. And honestly, without peace and happiness, you can't get nowhere in this life. Don't care what you materialistically have. None of that means anything. Truth. You can only point people towards the truth. It's up to them to accept it. Facts. So we gotta think differently. We have to change our perspectives. So the other half of this live is about trust. This is a hard thing for Black people. I'm gonna put that on out there. I'm talking to us right now, specifically. We have a real hard time with trusting each other, and this is why we can't unite. I'm gonna tell you a story. So, over the new year, I was talking to some of my tribe members in the lighthouse, and we was having a conversation, kind of about some of their past lives and the things that they've gone through and all of that. And a lot of the people around me have trust issues for various reasons. You know what I'm saying? And I always used to try to figure out, why is it that, because I'm very trustworthy. I am trustworthy, but I'm very trusting is what I was trying to say. I feel vibes. So if you give me a negative vibe off TP, I ain't fucking with you. But a lot of the times, that's not the vibe that I get, especially at the beginning. And it's almost like I attract everyone's higher self, if that makes sense. Because everybody has a lower and a high self. Everybody is capable of doing some fuck shit. Let me just throw that out there. I don't care who you are, that includes me. Anybody can allow their lower self, to take over and be extra. Everybody has the ability to do that. It's just up to you to not. Okay? But most of, the people who got trust issues, they either, live the street life, or, they have been violated as children in more ways than one, so they have built these defense mechanisms, and from their experience, they can't trust anyone, because the people that they did trust violated that trust at such a very young age. So they grew up, defending themselves. And what people don't understand is that when you do that as a child, you grow up doing that as well. And a lot of us adults have these childhood defense mechanisms that no longer serve us. See, when you were a kid, you had to build that up because you could not protect yourself. You were a child. You couldn't protect yourself from your mom, your dad, adults, and things of that nature. So you needed to figure out some kind of way to do that. All living life protects itself. I don't care, come down to the smallest organism. plants, anything. We as a living being, we do everything we can to survive. So this is why we develop defense mechanism. This is why some people develop multiple personalities when they've gone through traumatic things. Those personalities, those energies is what helps protect them. And it also lets you know that you have all of those energies in you. I know, me trying to say that we don't all have multiple personalities, but you do have different energies for different things. For certain situations, you have emotions. You'll cry and, have sympathy and empathy. Other situations, you got the wrath. You're going to fuck shit up and, and rah, rah, rah. Like, there's different yous for different situations. It's just with them, it kind of literally comes out. I don't know how to really explain that, but I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So all of these things are defense mechanisms. So I'm around a lot of people, who still thrive off of those defense mechanisms. And it's stopping them from getting into places or receiving certain abundances or taking advantage of certain opportunities because they don't trust. Now, this is where I feel that I come in with those particular individuals. They don't trust, but I do. And they trust me. They may not trust the world around them. They may not even trust the people that I deal with, but they do trust me. They know what my intentions are. They know what, how I get down. So by them trusting me, that puts them in a position to be able to take advantage of certain things. And then on the flip side, with me, because I'm so trustworthy, I have people around me to pinpoint certain things that I may not see. I now have multiple people to protect me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're trustworthy, it's almost like innocence, like a child. Children are very trusting. They're walking around the world and touching stuff and feeling around with people. They're figuring out the world. So that's kind of a good metaphor of how I trust. Because again, like I said, all I got to do is meet you once, and get a good vibe from you. And we talking the same shit. We on the same level. I'm all for it. Anybody that knows me knows that. You know what I'm saying? But again, that could be dangerous. You can't trust everybody. Because there are people out there that are here, to manipulate you, to take advantage of you. Though, those people do exist. But this is why I have a balancement with that. I'll even give you an example of something that I do in life. The way that I move. When my king is not around, I got to move on my own. I take the bus, I walk. Things of that nature. I do get rides from other people, but sometimes, folks got their own lives. And in this light, I'm impatient. I'm not about to wait 5 hours for something that I can do in 5 minutes. I'm not about to do that. So if I got to walk, whatever I need to do to get what I need to go, I'm going to do that. Well, I live in Macon, Georgia. This ain't New York that you got street lights and sidewalks and, just a plethora of transportation ways. We got one bus, and only downtown area has, really has the sidewalks. So I got to do a few things that can be deemed dangerous so I can get where I need to go. So I honestly don't kill myself. Like, this is nothing but I live on a highway. So there ain't nothing but cars on the main road. I don't want to be walking on there if I don't have to. So I go through back streets and back ways. So I can be safe from traffic. But in itself, that can be dangerous. I'm on a back street by myself most of the time. I'm a woman. I have one arm. I'm short. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, there are people who are homeless, who walk these streets, who live on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, I could very well, I am not above reproach. I know I'm magical and I'm, divinely protected and all that, but I'm also a realist. And I do understand that in somebody's mind, I could be a target and they can really, fuck up their day and try me. You know what I'm saying? Because they may assume that I can't protect myself. So I always keep that in mind. But what I don't do is dwell on that and, have that in the forefront of my mind and make that my reality. because what you think of most is what you manifest. So I'm never thinking in my mind that something bad is going to happen to me at all. You know what I'm saying? I keep that positive vibe and all that, but I'm also cautious. I make sure I watch myself around. I have headphones on, but I make sure my peripherals are my best friend when I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I watch myself. You know what I'm saying? I always keep a person miles away, either in front or in back of me. I had plenty of time to run, fuck you up, run, call the cops, run, all that. I already got a scenario in my mind on how to handle that if somebody was to try to attack me. So I have all of that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I even have a taser. So I protect myself, but what I don't do is dwell in the energy that something's going to happen to me. I can't afford that. If I thought that way, I'd be in this house every day. I'd have been in this house every day for the past 13 years, if that was the case. And I can't live like that. I cannot do that. So I have to trust, you know what I'm saying, that my ancestors, you know what I'm saying, are looking out for me. Now, I know that I'm doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I honor them. You know, I'm for looking and fulfilling my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I treat others the way that I want to be treated. I always put out a positive vibe, always have positive intentions. I'm not perfect, but my intentions are always good. So I know that's the type of energy that I put out. So I know that's the type of energy that I'm going to get back. See, I know that for a fact. So that's what I focus on. And that's how I get to live my life. I'm about to learn how to drive in 2021. So I won't have to do that, you know, much longer. But until that changes, that's what I have to do to take care of myself. And that's what I'm going to do. So I have to have a level of trust in myself. You know what I'm saying? And in my energy. It's not even about trusting people. It's about trusting yourself and who you are and the type of energy that you're putting out in the universe. If you know that, then you're good. Like right now, I'm in a dope financial situation, and I am not very financially literate. I ran my mother's business. She taught me how to make product, produce it, and she taught me how to sell it. She didn't teach me the background stuff, spreadsheets and all of that stuff. So I'm not very financially literate, but the people around me are. I have attached myself to people who know what they're doing, who understand, you know what I'm saying, the financial world. And I trust them. And because I trust them, I'm reaping the benefits. I may not know every detail. I may not understand some of the things that they are saying. But what I do know is I know them. I know that they know what they're doing, and I know that they wouldn't put themselves or their families in a precarious situation. That I know. So just based off of that, I'm moving. And because of that, my life is changing rapidly. I had a whole thought process of what I was going to do this year for this platform, and it's completely changed because I'm going to be on a whole different level, you know what I'm saying, at the end of this year. And I am extremely excited about shit. But the only reason why I have this opportunity is because I trust the people that I have around me. I trust myself enough to have the right people in my life. I know they love me. I know they care about me, and they have proven these things prior to this situation. Doesn't matter what their flaws are. Like I said, everybody's flawed. Everybody got issues. Everybody got things that they need to work out. But at the end of the day, these individuals have proven to be solid. I believe I have proven the same thing. So that's why we rock. So no matter what we don't know or what, you know what I'm saying, flaws we have, you know, it doesn't matter. We're going to help each other, you know, fix them things, you know what I'm saying, and offer what we got. So right now I'm good. I'm more than good. And I'm learning as I go. But it's because I have trust. So again, I'm not telling you not to be cautious. Not telling you not to do that. But you have to have a level of trust in order to get somewhere. You cannot be successful by yourself. I don't care what nobody tells you. You cannot build brands and companies and wealth and all that solely by yourself. It does not work that way. Again, everything that I have done, honestly, in the last 3 years was based off trust. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you this, like the Lighthouse. I'm a Lighthouse member. Okay? This is a group of individuals that I met online 3 years ago. We all live in different places. All they got different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? As far as how we grew up and things of that nature. Of course, we have things in common. But we all come from different places and we're all on different levels in our life. Okay? Again, like I said, once I meet people or a person or a group or anything that I vibe with like that, I'm all in. 1,000%. So me being a part of the Lighthouse and trusting those individuals, and I've gotten burnt a couple of times. There have been a couple of folks that was acting like they were Lighthouse, but they really wasn't Lighthouse. You know what I'm saying? And tried it. But because I know the core members of the, you know what I'm saying, of the Lighthouse, you know what I mean, or who they say they are, and have proven as such, I didn't allow what other people did to tear me from that. Being a part of Lighthouse and trusting these individuals that I'm still getting to know, they're the reason why I've traveled. I am the only person in my immediate family, to my knowledge, that has a passport and that has left this country. Out of my immediate family. So we're talking my mother's parents, her siblings, and all of my cousins. It's 10 of us. To my knowledge, I am the only person who has a passport and has left this country. That's because I trusted strangers. Okay? I learned so much about my purpose and who I am because I entered the Lighthouse. The first individual who taught me about my life path, who taught me about numerology, I met at the Lighthouse. So my journey towards my purpose started there with, again, individuals that I did not know. I did not know that lady telling me that I was a life path 9 and, you know what I'm saying, all the things that comes along with that. I didn't know that lady. But that energy was right. And ever since, you know what I'm saying, her and I have had those and we're not cool anymore. But she was the catalyst, you know what I mean, to walk in this 9 path. Let's see what else I've done. I've always wanted to truly do something for my people. Like, I've been insecure about this platform because, you know, in reality, all I am is talking to you. But I'm a doer by nature. You know what I'm saying? As much as I can talk, I also put action behind my words. So I always thought in my mind, you know, if I haven't done anything major, like giving money to a certain, you know, organization or fed some people or, you know, just doing something on a hugely large scale. If I haven't done that, I felt like I wasn't accomplishing and I really, you know, haven't done anything. But my mentor had to let me know, like, everything that I've done with the Lighthouse, I've done. You know, we definitely went to Flint and helped out in Michigan with the water crisis. I was a part of that. I didn't orchestrate it or anything like that, but I was there. And I put my time, I put in my energy, you know what I'm saying, to be there. You know, we did an event in New York, the Wake Up Call, where we brought together different Black scholars from all walks of life to come together so we can come up with solutions to our problems as a community. I worked as staff there. I was a part of that event. Again, I may not have put it together, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, but what my part that I played helped that situation, you know what I'm saying, happen. So I have been doing my part. I have been helping. And being a part of the group is what allowed me to do that. Because of those events, I was able to meet other scholars, you know what I'm saying, and be exposed to other people that now I have access to that can get me where I need to go. All of these things because I trusted a group of strangers. That's what happened. Because I just resonated with them, you know what I'm saying, from in here. And didn't allow, you know what I'm saying, what other people did, you know what I'm saying, or say to deter me from that. Because I know how I felt. I know how, you know what I'm saying, this situation made me feel. I know the growth that I, you know what I'm saying, that I received from that. Like, I promise you, everything I got going on right now is based off me trusting. And I could very well have trust issues with the type of family dynamics that I came from. I came from a large family, you know what I'm saying, that has a lot of childhood traumatic, you know what I'm saying, cycles that need to be broken. My mom, she got with her husband and created a whole new family situation, different religion, you know what I'm saying? Her husband already had children and things of that nature. So my biological family pretty much said fuck us because they felt like we said fuck them. That's how that went. So I lost my relatives. Then I get to, you know, my new family, and that didn't turn out the way it seemed. I was told one thing and everything else went something else. So now I lost that family. So I'm very well my emotions could have very well been the breeding ground for trust issues. Because my real family that I've known the first 9 years of my life shitted on me because of a decision that my mother made. Not something that I decided to do. Something that she decided to do. And then the choice that my mom made, you know what I'm saying, wasn't, you know what I'm saying, honestly the right choice for me. And all of these decisions were made by someone else but me. I could very well have trust issues right now. But instead, I felt like they're not my family, so I need to find my family. I need to find my tribe. And all I got to do is put my energy out there and they're going to come to me. I didn't know that at first, but that's pretty much the energy that I was in. And lo and behold, boop. Because I cannot tell you how I ran into Jamar's videos. Cannot remember the day to tell you, no, mostly because I cannot recollect that at all. All I know is one day I heard that man talking, and since that day, my life has changed. And it's not because he saved my life or anything like that. He just put the opportunity in front of me. He showed me who I was. And just handed me the tools and said, here, create your life. And that's what I chose to do. But all of that started with trust. So again, I'm not telling you to dismiss, you know what I'm saying, your experiences, because you experience the things that you do for a reason. The most fucked up things, that too. So if you were brought up that way, or you came into a situation where you have trust issues, that was supposed to be a lesson to teach you. So I'm not telling you to just be rid of that thought process completely. What I'm saying is you should balance that out. Because your defense mechanisms from your childhood do not serve you in your adulthood. It is stagnating. It stops you from growth, which is why adaptation is so important. I know they say once you get to a certain age, you know, you're stuck in your ways, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, and this is something that we have to change. The more you say that, the more you make that true. Change is the only constant. So I don't care if you 50, 40, 30, it doesn't matter. If life is showing you that there are changes to be made, it would be in your best interest to do it. That excuse that this is how I do things and that's how I am, that is not an excuse. Because you have the power to change yourself. You're choosing to be that. Because you can change. You can change your thought process. You can change your perspective on anything that you see. That is your choice. And a lot of people are choosing to stay how they are, and you're missing your blessings. You're missing your abundance. You're missing your happiness, missing your peace, because you want to stay how you are. Not understanding that how you are is what you're bringing to you. This is why I keep trying to say, if all you got is problems all the time, you're bringing that shit to yourself. It does not matter who the catalyst is of it, whether it be your job, your kids, your spouse, whatever it is. That is you attracting that. I promise you. You have to change the way you do things. Even the way you speak to yourself. I know an individual, every time they go back to work, fuck, man, I can't walk, you know what I'm saying? Got to go back to this shit. Got to go back to this job. Don't you know every time that person says that, that job is whack waiting for them? Because you're speaking that into your life. You're speaking that into the world. If every day you say your job sucks, every day your job will suck. If you keep saying your kids are bad, guess what? Your kids are going to be bad. And most people say, though, I'm just being realistic. You know, I'm just telling it like it is. Yeah, nah. You're telling it like it is, but what you don't understand is that you get to change what is. Tell it how you want it to be, and it will be so. And it's not, and guess what? Your job won't change. The same motherfuckers gonna be in there doing the same shit that they doing. The difference is gonna be how you see it. The shit that they do is not gonna bother you anymore. I promise you. Them problems at the job, you know what I'm saying? Shit don't work. I promise you it'll start working for you. Your coworker might have some problems with it, but I guarantee you'll be straight throughout your whole day at the same fucked up job based off how you perceive it. I was in a relationship once and it never changed. It was the same situation. So until I changed how I felt about it, that's when everything became great. And like I said, nothing changed. Same situation. But because I thought about it differently, completely changed it. It's all about your perception and how you see life. This is how one person can lose their arm and feel like their whole life is over. And then you can have somebody like me who take that shit with stride and made a whole brand around it. Same situation. We both lost our arms. We're both walking around with more, you know what I'm saying, when one less limb. And we both probably have the same situations that we got to figure out. But because I look at it differently, that is the difference between the quality of life. Your mind, your thoughts, everything starts up here. Everything you see right now in front of you started in somebody's brain. This phone, the TV, your clothes, the street light, cars. Everything you see in front of you started in someone's brain. So that's the same for your life. You have to see it. You have to visualize it. Then you put action behind it. And then it becomes real. That ain't no spooky shit. That's just what is. That's science. You truly control your life once you're an adult. When you're a child, overstand. Your parents, the people around you, they control those things. But once you become an adult, you have the power to change it. I don't care what mom and daddy and grandma and them did. I don't care nothing about your homeboys, your homegirls, your crew. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You get to change your life. And the more you change your life, the people around you are going to change. Again, everything is energy. The people you were around at a point in time, y'all are vibing on the same frequency. And that's why y'all are around each other. Once you start growing and you're not there, It's not, I promise you, those people are going to start falling off. Those are the people who say, oh, you changed and you think you better and, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da-da. Because they want to stay down here and you're trying to go up. So it's not that you think you're better, or the other way around if you got friends that are growing. I got friends right now who really not fucking with me no more, who are not about to be my friends anymore because they refuse to do better for themselves. And I'm not telling them to believe in what I believe in, you know what I'm saying, or none of that. You ain't got to be on no cards, you ain't got to be on no crystals. You can still holler at Jesus if you want to. 1000% your business. My thing is, you're going to have to make certain changes if you want different things in your life. And these individuals truly think that they can keep doing the same things and something else is going to be different. That's insanity. That is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over again and expecting a different result. Don't work that way. So if you keep handling situations the same way, you're going to keep getting the same results. So think about when you're arguing with folk. You keep trying to tell this person this is down the third, and it keeps getting stop telling them that shit. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. You can't save nobody. It's just what it is. So we got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better with adapting, and we have to do better with trust. These are two major keys that has me in the state of peace that I am. It has put me in the position to be able to do exactly what it is that I set out to do. By 2022, I'm going to be a wealthy individual. I'm going to be able to do those financial things that I wanted to do. Setting up foundations, giving money to folks who need it. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the homeless, building homes for them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of feeding the homeless, making less homeless. Let's do that. Those are the things that I want to do. I want to stop shit like this. Like we supposed to be living in the greatest country in the world, but there are homeless people here. That shit don't make sense. People come here and you know what I'm saying, they live in countries who are considered in poverty. They come here to make money so they can send back there. But yet there are people on our streets who don't have homes, who can't feed themselves. If you live in Macon, Georgia, you know what I'm talking about. I walk and see when I'm walking to the store, I see these people on a regular basis. And I'm sure some people, when they drive in their cars, may think that I'm one of those people. Doesn't make any sense. Those are the things that I want to take care of. The little issues like I wanted to start a tenant association a couple of years ago because how they treat these people. I can't speak about other places, but I know here in Macon, Georgia, the way they handle apartments and what is it called? Property management is fucked up. They don't care nothing about these folks at all. This ain't nothing but units. And all you need to do is pay your rent. And that's all they care about. The way these contracts are made up. These apartment complexes are not liable for anything. Anything. They're not even liable for taking care of their fucking own property. But you got to pay that rent. Regardless. Or you get in the boot. Shit's not fair. But the people out here have to care more about themselves to, you know what I'm saying, to push and make changes. Y'all have been settling for this bullshit and just think that it's a way of life. And this is why they get treated like this. Like, I don't have that problem anymore. I let these people already know. With love. But they already know. I'm not with the shits. I live here. I ain't from here. And y'all not about to play me. This is your property, right? So damn it, fix my door. Damn it, fix the sink. Damn it, fix that. Fix what you're supposed to fix. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, we're short-staffed, this, that, and the third. You don't care nothing about what I got going on in my life if my rent is late. You don't care that I had 5 kids, you know what I'm saying, that I needed to feed. You know what I'm saying? And I got fired because, you know what I'm saying, the store didn't last through the pandemic. But I got these 5 kids that I need to take care of though. You don't care nothing about that. You want your rent. And if you don't get your rent, you want that $75. And that other $75. And then you're going to kick me out with my 5 kids. See how that works? See, nah, ain't nobody got time for that. So we have to do better by ourselves. And honestly, that takes money. Because most of the people around here don't believe, you know what I'm saying, that is possible. I talked to my homeboy once about this tenant association situation and was trying to get some guidance from him because my peoples are from Macon, but I'm from New York. So I haven't been living here my whole life dealing with this. I've definitely never had that experience when I was in New York. So I felt like, I need to get with the folks who live out here. You know what I'm saying? So we can do something. And he was like, yeah, nah, you might not want to do that. You're not going to want to put yourself out there for people who not going to put themselves out there for themselves. And then you'll fuck up your situation trying to help them. And he was 1,000% right. So we got to do better. You have to care about yourself. You have to care about your well-being and stop taking what these people give you. You need a place to live, but they need you to have a place to live. Or guess what? They don't work. They don't make money. If everybody, and this is where unity comes in. If we were true neighbors, and if everybody in my apartment complex really fuck with each other like that, and we went to them and told them, none of us is paying our rent until y'all fix this place. Because this place has been here for about 70 years, and they haven't fixed not one plumbing, not one door, not one window. The structure of this place is 70, 80 years old. And they only fix apartment by apartment as they get new people in there so they can raise the rent. Never mind the people who already live here, who's been waiting years and years to get certain shit fixed. They only fix the new places that they're bringing people in so they can charge them an extra $200 to live there. That's what's going on. So who's going to change that? Only way to do that is together. See, me just going up there talking my shit and being Black Power and Harriet Tubman, all that's going to do is get me kicked out. That's all that is. But if every tenant in this complex went up there and told them, until y'all fix this shit, we are not paying rent. What you going to do, kick us all out? You won't have the money to do it for the year. See how that works? We have to stick together. Shit happens in this world because we let it. We have to be more responsible for ourselves. We have to care more about ourselves. I'll tell you another thing too. Here's some game. Everybody in the Black community, everybody need to have life insurance. Don't you know if everybody in the hood had life insurance, these police wouldn't be killing us up like that? These insurance companies are not going to want to pay that money out. Think about you car drivers. Y'all know how that works. Y'all know those insurance companies trying to do everything in their power not to pay y'all. Everything in their power to try not to pay y'all when y'all get these policies for that very reason. You have this policy to protect yourself. You're paying all this fucking money every month, whether you use the insurance or not, for your protection. And when you need it, they're trying damn hard not to give it to you. See how that works? So how do you think that's going to work if with life insurance is insurance? So for my make, I see a couple of people there making. So at Fort Hill, everybody in Fort Hill got life insurance. I guarantee you the murder rate will go down. Guarantee you. These police, these insurance companies is going to talk to the police. Like, listen, bruh, we ain't got time for this. You about to bankrupt us with killing all these people. So please stop. All the government and them care about is money and loss of their lives. That's all they care about. Two things: money and the loss of their lives. David Banner taught me that. They lose any one of those two things, it becomes a problem. This is why they get to kill us. Because they don't lose their money and they don't lose their life. See how that works? They still get pensions, even if they lose their job, they get bread. Or what is it? Unemployment, whatever it is. They still get to take care of their families. And they don't have to worry about anybody else coming to retaliate. They don't have to worry about the eye for an eye. They don't have to worry about you coming and trying to kill him or kill, their family members for doing that. So this is why it keeps happening. We have to do things differently. You can say fuck the police all you want to, but how do you do that? That's not going to stop them from killing you. What can you do to stop that outside of changing your energy? Because the cops don't bother me. Me and them ain't got no problems. And I personally think if I call them, they'll come. But we got to do things differently. That's what I be telling people. Life insurance is necessary. Absolutely. So this is a conversation you need to start having with your family. You need to start having this with your homeboys, your homegirls, your hood. Start having these type of conversations with them. Everything you thought life was going to be about changed in 2020. I'm sorry. Life is not the same. So you're going to have to do shit different or you're going to be fucked. Period. So let's do things differently. You need to adapt to what's going on. And you need to have a level of trust. You need to have a level of discernment in this era. If you don't, you're going to have a whole lot of problems. What Cassie said, you need some life insurance, hit up Latifah Foster for some life insurance. I'm telling y'all, do things differently. Now, the more I learn, the more I will share. That is a part of my purpose. When I learn things, even before, I master it. When I come across things, I share. Because it doesn't make no sense for me to be successful and y'all are not successful. I keep telling y'all, this ain't just about me. That's not what my life path is about. My life path is all about other people. Check it out. I'm a life path 9. Something else you need to figure out. That's something, purpose. I've been talking about that a lot. Find your purpose. That'll be the first step to all of this. You got to do better. And I love y'all. I promise. Promise. I love y'all. All right. I think that's all I got for this rising. I started off early. You know what I'm saying? For all of those on the comedic days of the week, I hope y'all see me. I got my red and blue twirling in the back, and I got on my black shirt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, put out those energies. Comedic days of the week, guys. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about energy. So each day has an energy, and each color represents an energy. When you tap into those energies, you tap into life. It's the best way I'll say that. So, I love y'all. Got y'all in early, so now y'all can marinate this on your good old Saturday. I love y'all, and I'm going to, y'all keep being inspired. Keep looking out for what we got going on, me and my team. We're going to do, I guess you can call it almost like a little mini series about my journey. And it's going to lead up to, some amazing projects. So I'm very excited, about this. I am no actor, I'm no actress and whatnot. But we're going to put out these protections, We're going to give you the visual of, of Plump Queen, Tamara, and this amp life and whatnot. And in all hopes to inspire you all to find your purpose and live your life. Because I keep telling y'all, there's nothing that I can do that you can't. All of my awesomeness is nothing but a reflection of you. So, matter of fact, you can do more than I can do because you got 5 more fingers. So you can get that shit done a whole lot faster. All right? So I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Peace and be inspired.